But if my staff can remind me on Monday, we can discuss it. Because she's saying that what you did for the prosecutors, do for the other state attorneys in the Attorney General's office. We are going to study that and we shall give you an answer. Now, for the prosecutor's circle, I'm very much embarrassed that the prosecutors are still conjuring me on such something small. I feel embarrassed and I will have to show the embarrassment. And in the month of November, I want my PPS to invite all my prosecutors to Kisozi. I don't think they can eat many cows, these ones. Now, I think finally, when you are discussing here, one of the, I like the ideas of Justice Abodo, like the land issues being handled promptly, locally, instead of fighting lawyers and so on. That's you study Abodo's idea of handling them off grid, directing the villages. You study it. Now, finally, the issue of bail. Because this issue of bail, if the case is ready for trial, I think is really a big mistake. I can understand if the case is not yet ready for bail after 6 months, you can think of bail. But if the case is ready for trial, why do you not try it and finish it? Especially if it is the case of murder or corruption, like in the case of these politicians, or rape or treason. Why do you concentrate on, even for the accused? I would want to say, you try me quickly and I prove my innocence. Why do you want to prolong it? So I think the Attorney General should see how to help us on the issue of bail. The Chief Justice, through Chief Justice's instruction, had clarified that applying for bail is a right. You can apply. But granting bail is not a right. It is a decision by the judge, taking into account the circumstances. So those judges who are just giving bail because it's not a right. It's not a right because, yes, the accused has rights, but the victims also have rights. You cannot say that the rights of the accused are the only rights in the Constitution. Because, be careful with these Africans. Africans still believe in the law of Moses. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. This is their justice. This one of Jesus, loving your enemies, that's a new idea. That you should love your enemies. Jesus was a revolutionary. This is a new idea. So, if you want peace with the Africans, please want full accountability. Justice Abodo here can tell you how the situation in Karamoja had become peaceful for 10 years. Totally peaceful. The army had disarmed all these people. Then the army started making their own mistakes. Some officers started stealing the money of the Karamojong LDUs. Instead of paying them, they would steal the money. So the Karamojong LDUs, local defense units, started getting disgruntled. And you know the Karamojong. They don't have enough patience to say, let's go and follow. The one who did not get paid, said, I will go and pay myself by raiding. That's how the raiding came back. Then there was one man called Achuchu. This Achuchu had done something and been taken to jail for 10 years. He had his wife. When he was in jail for 10 years, somebody married his wife. So when he came out of jail, he says, okay, you married my wife, then give me the cows. Then they ignored him, Achuchu. They ignored him. He went to Kenya, rented a gun. You know, guns can be rented. He went to Kenya, rented a gun from the Turkana, went and organized the raid to get cows and took them to Kenya. And he brought back the gun he said, here is your gun, me, I have got my cows. So that's how the raiding started. So when Achuchu raided the GA, then the GA now raided back the Masenu. So you can see it was all caused by our people, thinking that because they have power, they can do whatever they want. With the African groups, be very careful. Make sure that you do justice clearly. Don't remain with any debt of blood or anything. So if you live here, please, you better listen to this. If you live in other parts of the world, then you can. But here, Africans want full accountability. This was the mistake of UPC. UPC were stupid people. I remember in 1966, when Obote abrogated the constitution, we were in the school at Ntari, in the dormitory, and we were listening to Obote's speech. I have led this country with clean hands and a clean head. I am not a thief. I have abolished the constitution. So we said, how can somebody abolish our constitution? How? Abolish our constitution. Then the UPC boys said, what will you do? What will you do? What shall we do? That's how the whole chaos started. Very, very easy to avoid. So please, with the Africans, don't. That's why the Banyankore are very clever people. When lightning, like this lightning in the sky makes a flash, you know, Banyankore were scientists. They understood that light is faster than sound. Because you see the light, of course, what they did not know, I will tell you what they did not know. Now, when the lightning kumiasa in the sky, the Mnyankore says, Gambira Heguru, Tinkaria Kam Kagano Kamhara. You stay there in the skies, don't hit me. Because I have never taken anything from an in-law or a friend. I have never wronged anybody. Don't come to me. So, but of course, what they did not know that by the time you see the light, you're already dead. But you can see their sense of justice. Please, don't hit me. I have no debt with anybody. That should be the spirit of the public servants. Don't take anything from anybody. Don't do anybody wrong. Make sure everybody gets it right. So this business of concentrating on bail, what? Concentrate on proving the innocence of yourself or of the aggressor. So with this